Hey everybody, welcome back to Cosmic Culture, channel where we talk about all major movie and television news, theories, and breakdowns, and much, much more. Snapped away, what's going on? Pull this bad boy up. Streamlabs pulled up. All right, we're in business. We are in business, boys. Shut me up here. How y'all doing? Wow, I already got a thumbs down. Sad face. Greetings from... Actually, I don't know how to say that island. Martiatus. Is that right? Also, where is that? I'm gonna look that up. I've actually never heard of that island, and I'm pretty big into traveling, so I'm impressed that you found an island that I don't know, or you live on. Do you live on, or are you on vacation? Let's Google it. Island of Martiatus. Subtropical island in the country in the Indian Ocean. Oh, looks gorgeous. It's over Madagascar. Is it safe? Known for offering a safe and friendly environment to the visitors and is believed to be among the safest destinations in Africa. Well, dang, you live here? FREEGuy was super good. Teague, how you doing? Isaiah, welcome. Been a while since I've been able to make it to one of these. What's up, Chris? I'm doing all right. I'm alive. I'm well. I'm healthy. I got water. I got Monster. I got very bright lights on my face, and I'm going to turn down just a little bit. So cool to see Cosmic Warren get a shout out for his you talking about his quote being in the trailer. It was actually very cool. We were really stoked to see that. Am I excited for No Way Home? Obviously, I'm excited for No Way Home. Very, very excited. FREEGuy was super good. You are correct. I'm doing good, El Mini. Thanks for asking. I hope the trailer comes out soon. Warren hasn't put his video out yet, but he's going to talk about that in his video today. There's some updates on that. Yes, buddy, do come for holidays, mate. We drink beer. I would love to, honestly. That place looks sweet. I'm still looking at pictures of it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's so is it part of Africa then, I suppose? It's a 30-hour flight. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna put it on my list though. I actually just got back home from Rio not too long ago. Everybody look up this guy's island. It's sick. Spider-Man No Way Home is going to have a Spider-Verse. I think that's pretty much guaranteed at this point. Yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home is going to have a Spider-Verse. FREEGuy wasn't a good movie. It was a great movie. Not a good movie. It's a great movie. Welcome to a lifetime of virginity. Alfred Molina as Doc Ock is fantastic. He's my favorite Spider-Man movie villain. Oof, it's tough for me between him and Green Goblin, because Green Goblin for me in my childhood was so iconic. Such a cool bad guy. Hi from South Africa. Thank you for joining. I'd love to go to South Africa too. All you guys joining from such cool places around the world. Makes me jealous. So cool to see Cosmic Warren getting a shout out from Marvel Shang Chi. Maybe you or him could get a small cameo in a Marvel movie or TV show if that could happen. You know what would be really funny? You know, if the scene were like Spider-Man swinging down the street and he's off to fight like a new bad guy or something, and Warren and I are just there in like a coffee shop and I'm on my computer and he's like, Chris, we gotta make a video, and he like starts recording and I start editing. That'd be hilarious. That would just be a really cool little YouTuber cameo. I think the No Way Home trailer is dropping online Monday, August 23rd. You know, that seems to be the word on the street, is that we should be expecting to get it Monday. So we'll have to wait and see. It'll be exciting. We'll be ready for it. And I think it might be a short trailer. I think it might just be a little teaser trailer. I don't think we'll get the full-blown trailer, but whatever we get, I'm excited for it. Marzel says, sorry I couldn't be here sooner. We just started. You're chilling. You're headed to Red Lobster. Nice. I'd be laughing so hard at that cameo. That'd be a great cameo. He's sitting there like, Chris, we gotta record. Cannot wait for Peacemaker film. I think it's a series, Jess King. I could be wrong. Let's Google it. Again, Google's my best friend, guys. Is Peacemaker a series or a movie? I think it's a series. DC extending a spin-off from the 2020 film. Blah, blah, blah. Come on, give me. Yeah, it's a series. It's a TV series. But yes, I'm super excited for the Peacemaker series as well. After Suicide Squad, the character, you love to hate him, you know, everything that happened, but he was a lot of fun. So did Warren say that Shang-Chi is better than Endgame, basically? So it's difficult. You know, we get asked all the time, like, hey, can you rate the film? Or what were your thoughts on the film? And was it your favorite? It's hard to compare something like Shang-Chi to Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War, even Avengers Assemble, the first one. But he and I are both, he thinks it's the best origin movie of all time, or at Marvel, and I have it as top 2 origin film for all time. That's the best way we can explain it. It is fantastic. It is a lot of fun, Ben, but it's hard to compare Shang-Chi to Avengers Endgame. You know, that's just, Avengers Endgame was just this emotion that was built into 10 years of anxiety and hardship that eventually came to pass, and it was super excited, but you know, it's hard to compare those two. Also, why does No Way Home trailer feel like the Endgame trailer taking so long to come out? Just cause, you know, these are big cinematic events. Endgame was a cinematic world-breaking event, you know? So is this. Assuming it is everything we think it's going to be with the 3 Spider-Man, the multiverse, all the bad guys coming back, it's going to be, honestly, it could break Endgame's record, depending on, you know, COVID and stuff like that, which is going to be really restricting. But in normal circumstances, it would break Endgame's record. Who would win between Superman, Icarus, Homelander, Omni-Man, and Martin Manhunter? Homelander's pretty overpowered. I haven't really seen Icarus in action yet, and I'm not entirely familiar with the Eternals in the comics. Other than the research I've done for videos and stuff, he seems extremely powerful. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not, like, super familiar with him. I mean, Superman's Superman. Superman does have a pretty reliable weakness, so I don't think he'd win. I'd say probably Homelander. Maybe Martian Manhunter. He's pretty intense too. Ashley says, I think No Way Home will be the biggest movie in history of Hollywood. It will bring 3 generations together. And you know, that's exactly right. They have the generational pressure, which is like Endgame, which has that 15 years of pressure, 15 years of building up to this film. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh my gosh, look what's going on. It's all in one movie. That's the same with Spider-Man. I watched the first Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, as a kid on repeat. I had the video cassette. I'd plug it into my TV. I'd watch it. I'd take it out. I'd put it into my video cassette rewinder. I'd rewind it. I'd put it back in. And, you know, that was my young childhood. You know, and then Tobey Maguire moved on and he finished. And then we got Andrew Garfield. And then, you know, that wasn't the greatest storyline because they kind of got screwed over for the third and a few other issues that happened. But I think Andrew Garfield played a very, very convincing Spider-Man. And then, of course, Tobey Maguire was just a big, huge... Not Tobey Maguire, sorry. Tom Holland was a big, huge world surprise for everybody. Now, putting all 3 of those together, you've nailed it on the head. It is a 3-generational masterpiece for kids who watch these characters, all the way from me as a super child to people who, when Tobey Maguire came out, were teenagers and even adults, because Spider-Man is one of the comic favorites. His animation show made it that way. You know, his toys. He was always a bestseller for toys. So... very, very strong character. It would be funny if Japanese Spider-Man would be in Spider-Man No Way Home. Hoi nani? Yeah, it would be really funny. Sony Pictures is going for a very different marketing strategy with No Way Home. Otherwise, we probably would have gotten the trailer already, right? That's a possibility. I'm still sticking to my guns that it's because they want to make sure it's coming out. They don't want to pull Black Widow. They don't want to release the trailer and then move the release date. And then release another trailer, and then move the release date. They want one trailer, one release date. So they want to be very certain when they do release the trailer that the release date they have is what they're going to keep. And right now with the Delta variant going around, People are just going to make sure we still have a control on this stuff so that people are still going to the theaters. Because this movie can't be Endgame if nobody goes to see it because they're too scared to go to the theaters. Oh, what's the first favorite Marvel origin story? You know, I haven't actually relayed that information yet, so I'm going to hold on to it, IDEK. I'm going to hold on to that. I'll be stuck up if you really know. Alright, Bra says, this is a trailer for Spider-Man coming on Monday. Warren said so, but possibly. So these are all based off of theories and things that we've heard from other people. He explains it very well in his video. He talks about where the original leak came from, the source of that original leak, and how it's been picked up by a bunch of different people since then. So a lot of people seem to believe so. Obviously, this isn't official news coming from Sony saying, hey guys, trailer Monday. But it's very convincing. It's about time. People are ready. So we'll have to wait and see, brah. But I'm hoping that Warren is right on that one. After seeing the movie Shang Chi versus Batman. What? I don't understand that, Marcel. I can't wait to see Shang Chi because it's 2 days after your birthday. So your birthday is the 1st of September? I loved Shang-Chi. Try to pronounce it right, but I always forget. I loved Shang-Chi. It was a great time. The biggest thing for me that I wanted from this first... I'm going to call this the first Phase 4 movie. I don't think Black Widow really counts. Black Widow is a movie in Phase 4, but it's a prequel. It happens before Endgame. So this is the first movie in Phase 4 that we've gotten that happens after the blip. I was thinking as we were on our way to see the movie, what I needed to see was something different, something fresh, and something new. You know, the first 15 years, the Infinity Saga is over. We need to move into a new era for Marvel so that they can continue to just destroy the box office, making new fans, new generations, reaching out to new people. And I think they did nail that on the head. I think they gave us some new, different, fresh content while still paying respect to the old ways of Marvel. They didn't do something completely different, but it was a lot of fun. I had a blast. And honestly, I think all of you guys will too. Unless you're looking to nitpick or to be miserable about the movie for some reason, you're going to enjoy it. They could release the No Way Home trailer with just saying coming 2022 if they are not 100% confident about it coming out in December. And that's true, but that isn't the greatest marketing strategy because, you know, people who aren't super fans like us that aren't sitting at their computer every day waiting for YouTubers to say, hey guys, the trailer's here, they won't know when it comes out. Casual viewers of the franchise, casual viewers of Spider-Man who are trying to plan and trying to know that release date needs to be firm, right? And we'll talk about FREEGuy or James Bond, No Way to Die, or No Time to Die, sorry. These films kept changing release dates, and then eventually James Bond just took the release date away, and I don't know when these films are coming out. I still don't remember if James Bond's coming out November or October because it's just been moved so many times. I'd have to go look it up. I'm not sitting here with Anticipith waiting for it to come out like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. And I am. I'm super excited for the James Bond film. It was the first movie to actually get delayed by COVID, and we're still waiting for it. So it's been a struggle, and it's definitely going to hurt it moving on. A lot of people just don't care anymore. Like, yeah, it had its time. It's passed. It's gone. Ryan Reynolds did a really good job making jokes about the FREEGuy release date. He firsthand in the new trailer, you know, talked about, hey, it's coming out for real this time. Ha 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 ha. Big jokes. You know, they crossed out all the old release dates and wrote the new one. But that's difficult for movies. And it is a big struggle, especially, you know, we're seeing in the box office. FREEGuy's smashing it, honestly, more than the movie was probably supposed to, plus COVID. And that's really, really good and promising. But, you know, people have to have that excitement to see it. And FREEGuy's marketing from everybody, literally, I haven't heard a bad comment about the movie on the internet, is what's going to make that happen. Now, Spider-Man has that excitement as well, so we'll have to wait and see. Bra asks, how excited am I for Eternals? After this last trailer, very much more excited. Just like I was talking about with Shang-Chi, Marvel needed to do something different in order to make it fun. I'm very excited to see this film because of that. It's something different. The story's cool. They even already in the trailer covered why they weren't there for Thanos. Super fun, super excited. Can't wait to see it, honestly. Eternals, have you seen Deadpool and Korg react to FREEGuy? Yeah, I saw it the day it came out. It's hilarious. And that's just Ryan Reynolds' genius. He actually owns a media company called Maximum Effort that are in charge. The entire company's job is to make trailers and make advertisements, make things known. They do stuff for Aviation Gin. They do stuff for Mint Mobile. They do stuff for Match Harmony or something like that. And they're really, really good at making really funny ads and commercials that stick out. Levi, how you doing? Thanks for joining me. Whew. Recently, I've seen a lot of interviews with Simu Liu, and he would definitely be great with all the other cast members of the MCU. Like, he just has that star quality. You know, and that's a really good way of putting it, IDEK. The star quality is there. There's no question that he has what it takes. He's funny, but he can also be very serious. You know, Aquafina was talking about the character during the press junket, and like, you know, when you see Simu Liu, he's very goofy, he likes to have fun, but she's like, he was so serious on the set. Like, he took this character so seriously that it kind of scared her a little bit. But you see that in the film. It's reflected in the film. You know, you see him goofing off a little bit, and you're like, oh my gosh, another Marvel superhero that just kind of goofs off a little too much. He's super dead-eye serious about this, committed to it, and it's super fun to watch, you know, that change in that acting that he took this character on, and he really just, Shang-Chi is intense. Hi, Alley Cat, thank you for joining. Bruh says, how do you like Moon Knight's leaked suit? I think it's good. I think it's a leaked suit, so you don't get to really see that finished look of it. So I think it will be better than what we saw. For a lot of people who were complaining, like, it looks awful. It's like, yeah, it wasn't meant to be seen by people. It was, you know, leaked. But I think based off of what we saw, I'm super pumped to see what it's going to be. Does that make sense? Just came back from watching Warren's video about Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. Yeah, it was a good video. I hope he's right. I hope that Lords of the Long Box are right. I think we're just going to have to wait and see on Monday what happens. But if it's there, we will be up. We'll be ready. We'll be ready to go. And we'll get you guys a reaction. And I'll probably do a reaction on my channel as well. But Warren's is going to be the priority, obviously. So we'll get his up and out. And then I'll do mine as well. Hey, Ben. Thanks for wishing Alley Cat a happy late birthday. She turned 22 on the 17th. Thanks for remembering. All right. Man TV, is it fair to say that Shang-Chi reminds you of Iron Fist? No, it's better than Iron Fist. Iron Fist was cool. I wasn't a huge fan of any of the Netflix Marvel series. Daredevil was alright. I didn't really care for the rest. I didn't even finish Iron Fist. But Shang-Chi is good. Like, it's real good. I believe the words Warren used in his trailer, as he was quoted, was a masterpiece. And that's not overhyping it. That's not being paid to say that. That's not trying to get in Marvel's good graces. It really is that good of a film. He went to the red carpet event, the world premiere, with all the actors and everything, the day before on Monday. And then Tuesday he flew home to Utah, and him and I went and saw it in the theater. An empty theater. Nobody was there. No hype. No glamour. Nothing fancy or special. And he was curious my thoughts, and I was curious my thoughts. I had the same thought, like, was he just a little overhyped because he was at his first world premiere? But no, it was really good. It was really, really good. Sean says, do you think Shang-Chi will go to Disney Plus or Disney Plus Premiere Access 45 days after theatrical release? If so, I think that would fall on Monday, October 18th, I think. I don't know. So with this weird legal issue that they're having with Scarlett Johansson, with Black Widow, they're kind of pulling off of the Disney Plus premiere. I don't think we're going to be seeing it for a bit until they can figure out how to re-regulate the contracts to make it fair for them. I don't know all the details behind it, so I'm not going to say if Disney's right or Scarlett's right, but I know that they're dealing with that huge legal issue, and it had to do with Black Widow releasing on Disney Plus, and she lost out on a lot of money because of that. So I don't know, they're going to have to recalculate all of the contracts, renegotiate what's going on. But it is, pretty serious for stuff like this to happen with Disney and huge beloved actors and actresses. So we'll have to wait and see. Oh no, Shang-Chi, and I was saying this the other day, Shang-Chi is a formidable character in Marvel, even in the comics. And the rings in the comics are very different from the rings that you're going to see in the movie. Not just the way they look. Their actual rings in the comics in the movie you've seen in the trailers, they're like bracelets. They're still rings, but they're bracelets. And also what they do is very different. They're very different from what you've seen in the comics. However, Shang-Chi without the rings is a very, very capable character. And it's cool because they actually walk you through that training in the film. And then, you add the rings, if he gets them, if he doesn't, how many he has, all the questions there. But, Shang-Chi with all the rings is incredibly powerful. There aren't many people that would want to fight Shang-Chi with 10 rings. He's incredibly powerful. After seeing the second episode of What If and hearing Chadwick Boseman's voice, I almost cried a little knowing that was the last project before he sadly passed away. It was a very good episode. And not just because, it was in memoriam of Chadwick Boseman. The episode across the board was a lot of fun. It's everything What If should be. I think seeing casual reformed Thanos was a ton of fun. It was a blast. So, somebody's calling me. Who's calling me? Nobody I know. So, I don't know. It was a fun time. It was a blast. And I enjoyed it a lot. Alright, what else we got? Brian says, after seeing the second episode... Oh, we just did that one. Sean B., who is your favorite superhero casting choice? Mine is Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. American Chavez is going to be crucial. A lot of characters moving forward are going to be important, especially in these next films. The SpiderMan, the Eternals, Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness. This is all kind of building into its own little thing right now. And I'm really excited to see, what happens with that. Hey, quick question. Is Shang Chi a 10 out of 10 film? Also, hope you're having an amazing day. Thank you, Sebaz Paz. I always struggle with this question in particular because, what does it mean to be a 10 out of 10 film? So when people ask me, 10 out of 10, I try to take the best Marvel movie is 10. So let's say Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame are a 10, right? Those are the best. That was world-breaking, record-breaking. Were they perfect? No. But for Marvel movies, they're 10s. Does that make sense? Because 10, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 means perfect. So what I do to make a little bit more sense in my brain is Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War are 10. And then, pick some films that didn't do as well, like Thor Dark World or maybe the second Captain America. Those were probably 1s on the scale of Marvel. Doesn't mean they're bad movies. It just means comparatively, like if you had to order your movies from favorite to worst, Endgame and Infinity War would be at the top. Thor Dark World, maybe Captain America number 2 would be towards the end. So, if that's your scale, I would put Shang-Chi at like a 7.5 or an 8. Like really strong. And if it was just based off of character origin movies, like the first Iron Man, the first Thor, the first Captain America, the first Captain Marvel movie, it would be a strong 9, maybe a 10. So I hope that helps and makes sense. Do I think we'll see Toby or Andrew in Spider-Man No Way Home? If not, do you think we'll ever get the web cut? I think we'll see them personally. I think we'll see them. Bra says, do I think Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, the opening scene will start with Nebula playing the finger football with one of the Guardians? That would be funny. I don't know that they'll carry that joke on. I think they're going to try to want to move on from the Infinity Saga as much as possible, make new references, and start over. That's why the 4th phase is going to be a little boring, a little slow. But we'll see. Hey Chris, how you doing? What is the window between theatrical release and Disney Plus release for Shang-Chi? At this moment, there is no confirmation that we are getting a Disney Plus release. They'll let us know. Nate the Great, what's going on? What is up, everybody? I'm here. I'm so excited I missed this. I am so excited to hang out with y'all. I'm glad you're here, Nate. We missed you. Whew. LMAO Winter Soldier was my origin for him, but I respect you, G. I don't know what FYA means. What does FYA mean? I don't know. I'm an old person. Help. Robert, how you doing? Thank you for joining the stream. Guys, I'll drop a couple links if anybody's interested in checking out my Twitter. If anybody's interested in joining the Discord, we're doing lots of fun chatting in the Discord and pictures, and it's mostly for the community. But definitely having a blast with that, so make sure to join up. Paste. So if you're interested in Discord, where a bunch of you guys are in here chatting right now, or if you're interested in Twitter, where I post daily news, updates, keeping y'all up in that information also. Faya. Is that Faya? Okay. You like that? I don't know. I've always struggled with Captain America as a character. I found him very boring. So that's just my personal opinion. Maybe not a reflection of the actual movie. But I never really cared for Captain America. I didn't find him that much fun. I think he's too serious, and his character arc and his presence in the film is very important, very cool, but never was a favorite of mine. I wouldn't be buying a Captain America shield and putting it up on my wall. Let's just say in Civil War, I was on Iron Man's side. Would you like to see DC or Star Wars do something like what if Marvel does. You know, DC basically does do it. You know, their movies are basically what if already. They already exist in all these different universes. They've confirmed it. Battinson, Batman is in a different universe. The Joker is in a different universe. So DC already does it. So Star Wars has actually mastered one continuous universe. They haven't gone into multiverses. Everything that's happened to Star Wars has happened in Star Wars, except for like fan fiction qualifying stuff that's not canon. But Star Wars would be cool to see what if. You know, what if Anakin didn't become Darth Vader? That would be really, really fun to see. So I'm going to say Star Wars. You know, what if Padme didn't give birth to Luke and Leia? What if she died and the kids died? You know, like, that'd be crazy fun. QW, welcome back. Hey, sorry I've been missing the streams. That's all right. We're still here. We're hanging out. So Best Pass, thank you for joining the Discord, by the way. So I would definitely say Star Wars for that. That's a good question, though. Have you seen Masters of the Universe Revelation? Warren's behind me. Oh no, he's not. He's not behind me. Shang Chi should get a trilogy. I'm excited to see it go next. See it next month. I have not seen Masters of the Universe Revelation. Sorry, and Shang Chi probably will get a trilogy. To be completely honest. What if Obi-Wan was Vader instead? Ooh, that'd be a good one. What if Anakin actually killed Palpatine? You know. What if Luke joined Darth Vader? What if Ren, or what if, the heck is her name even? Not Kylo Ren, what's the other, Rey. What if Rey joined Ren? 40 peeps, we growing, boys. Mom Jeans, thank you for joining. How long after Shang-Chi is released to theaters do you think will come out on Blu-ray? Honestly, I don't know. We haven't had a movie in so long. I don't know what the standard is right now. Matt the Wiggles fan, 19. How you doing? Thank you for joining. Guys, I'm going to take a little moment to plug the Coldest water. Shameless plug. They have sponsored my channel. They gave me this cool water bottle. It's got ice in it. And they even engraved Cosmic Culture on the back, which was really cool. Put the little YouTube logo for me. Currently, they're doing a little deal that you can get 10% off of your purchase if you use code COSMIC10. And you just go over to thecoldestwater.com and buy yourself a bottle. Definitely cool little bottles. I've had in the past several other brands and types, and this is actually my favorite. I actually use it off of camera as well, not just on. It does a very good job of keeping the water the coldest. So if you want to check that out, the links are in the description and down below at the tippity top. Whew. All right, let's continue on. We've talked about Shang-Chi, we've talked about Spider-Man, we've talked about What If, we've talked about FREEGuy. So we're just going to go ahead and you guys keep your questions rolling. I like doing the Q&A style with you. So let's just do that. I'm trying to find red circle button. It's supposed to go in order, but today you guys have just come on with so many good questions. And honestly, I prefer that. So if y'all have questions. So if you guys have questions, just keep them coming. And hey, Mom Jeans, we do love sponsors. We do love sponsors. We love sponsors. We love sponsors. Who saw FREEGuy? I want to get some FREEGuy thoughts. Let me know what you guys thought about FREEGuy, because I freaking loved it. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Hi, Chris. Can you wait for the Flash movie? And do you think the Flash will phase King Shark in a movie? Yes or no? I cannot wait for the Flash movie because it is the turning point for me for DC. DC is going to be made or broken by this film. They've put a lot of pressure on it. They are telling us it's going to make sense of all of their universe. They're going to open up the multiverse and connect all the films. Very excited for it. I don't know if we'll see King Shark. I haven't thought about it, to be completely honest. Tony Stark, welcome to the chat. Love you 3000. But yeah, I want to hear FREEGuy is definitely top 5 movies of all time from Marvel Nerd 05. Yeah, I think it was so much fun. It was better than the Lego movie. It was better than Ready Player One. It was everything I wanted those films to be in its entirety. It had all of the references, all of the Easter eggs, all of the jokes. IDEK, I recommend seeing it as soon as possible because it really was just fun. I saw FREEGuy last Saturday. I'm really excited. Super, 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 super fun. And again, I haven't heard a single bad thing about it. Like, just a good time all around for everybody. Mike Rosser, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Is it true that Anthony Mackie signed Captain America 4? It is accurate. We don't know if he signed for more than Captain America 4, if you know what I mean. A lot of times when they sign deals, it's 3-4 movies at a time. He is officially on for Captain America 4, which isn't really much of a surprise or news. I mean, the guy had his own Disney Plus series. He just became Captain America. I didn't see him disappearing. And I also presume when Avengers 5 comes out, or whatever new Avengers team he's going to be in / leading, he'll definitely be there as well. So not a surprise, but it is confirmed that yes, it did happen. I love Free Guy. I think that one of best movie from Ryan Reynolds. Other than Deadpool, which I just adore. Yes. When is the Flash movie supposed to be released in theaters? We do not have an official release date, a firm release date. Supposed to be coming out in 2022. Hey, dude, what do you think The Emergence is? You know, I had that same question. It was the first thing I asked Warren the morning when the trailer came out. They were talking about it started The Emergence. It's kind of arbitrary. There is no happening in the comics that's The Emergence. There's nothing that we're supposed to know what it is. Warren thinks maybe it has something to do with the mutants coming and that it's going to activate this deviant gene in people, which makes a lot of sense. It's very possible. Eventually something is going to have to ignite the mutant gene in people that's been dormant, because that's the only way they're going to explain mutants. Other than maybe they came from the multiverse, from a different universe, and they stayed here. But it's probably something to do with the Celestials returning to Earth, because in the comics, the Celestials created the Eternals to watch over Earth and protect humans. But in this film, they were told not to get involved in anything, even when Thanos, who is technically an Eternal, a deviant Eternal, you know, it says in the trailer that they were made to protect them from deviants, but Thanos was a deviant. So I don't know. It doesn't make perfect sense. Hopefully they explain it really well in the movie, because I'm a little bit off of it. I'm a little bit unsure. When will the Spider-Man No Way Home release the trailer? Sade, I heard that it's coming out on Monday, but we'll have to see. Obviously, none of that's a hard confirmation. Nate says, also, sorry I got here late. I've been busy since my family just transformed into homeschooling. Also, since we're on the subject, Free Guy, I haven't seen it, but I want to. Nate the Great, I highly recommend you go and see it. It's a fantastic movie. What do I think will be the villain of Captain... Oh, I have no clue. Ignorance. I don't know what the villain's going to be. Brian says, Free Guy, I've heard, is like a GTA movie. It kind of is. GTA 6 or 7 movie, where you can start getting all these collaborations from different companies into the game. Like, imagine if GTA 5 had, like, all sorts of superhero powers and stuff. If you've seen Ready Player One, it's like a cooler, more organized, less VR version of Ready Player One, where you kind of have all sorts of integrated items and stuff in it that's really fun and really cool. Maybe The Emergence is a combining of the multiverse. That's always a possibility. I don't know if the Eternals is going to talk about the multiverse very much or at all, but we'll see. It's kind of funny that Anthony Mackie will probably get a Captain America movie and not a Falcon movie. Well, he's definitely not going to get a Falcon movie because he's done with that. We are getting a new Falcon. If you saw Disney Plus, you'll know what that is. If I was casting a Fantastic Four, who would I choose and why? Oof. I'd probably go with the obvious picks. I'd probably like to see, John Krasinski and his wife as the first two. I'd like to see Zac Efron play Human Torch, just because I think he has the personality for it, and I actually love Zac Efron. I think he's really funny and a really cool actor. Believe it or not, Baywatch with The Rock and Zac Efron and Alexandra Daddario, I loved that movie. I thought it was a lot of fun just because of the cast and who it was. And then I don't really care who plays Ben Grimm. It's going to be a big buff guy, a Vin Diesel, Rock type, and I don't really care who does it. Can't wait for trailer Spider-Man No Way Home. They're saying that it will release, but there are 4 months left only for No Way Home. Yes, this is accurate. Do I think there will be? Yes, I do think Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield will be in the film. Do I know if they'll be in the first trailer? Probably not. I'm going to say probably not going to be in the first trailer. But I do think they will be in the movie overall. Yes. Do I think we'll eventually get a Doctor Strange 3? I don't see why not. Doctor Strange is going to be and will remain a very important character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He's a very powerful character, and we haven't even seen him reach his potential yet, as he's not even technically the Sorcerer Supreme yet. Maybe by the end or in Multiverse of Madness we'll find out that he is. But maybe the last Doctor Strange will be Doctor Strange and the Sorcerer Supreme. And we're going to get that whole storyline where he does reach his ultimate potential, which is pretty crazy. We don't know, because right now the knowledge that it's coming out on Monday is a rumor. Sade. Whew. I'd like to see Disney buy the Umbrella Academy rights from Netflix and bring it onto the Marvel movie. That will never happen. Not to be rude or shut you down, but that will never happen. I don't think Marvel will ever integrate non-Marvel superheroes into the MCU. That's my thought. Who's my favorite Fantastic Four character? The Human Torch. I think he's fun. He's not very responsible, and he's kind of a goofball, but he's very powerful. Usually underestimated in his power and his ability, what he's capable of doing, because he's capable to do a lot more than just fly and turn things into flame. And I just think he's a fun character to have around. Which Marvel character from the comics deserves a live-action debut? I won't give you a character, I'll give you a group. And it'll be the Sons of Midnight. Oh, Midnight Suns. Sons of Midnight. I love that group. They're a lot of fun. Monster hunters, protectors of Earth from the dark dimension, and I would love to see that happen. Bruce Lee versus Shang Chi? I'm going to say Shang Chi because he has magical Marvel mystic abilities. Which Marvel character from the comics? Oh, I just did that one, guys. I hope Bucky comes back. I do too. I love Sebastian Stan. He's a lot of fun. And he deserves to get back. You think Spider-Pig should get live action? Which Spider-Man suit would I love to see? Honestly, my favorite was the Iron Spider suit, and we got that. I wouldn't mind seeing an Iron Spider suit that's a little bit more comic book accurate with the colors, like the gold and yellow opposed to the gold and blue, or the gold, red, and blue, gold, red, and yellow. But we'll see. Do I think Doctor Strange will be in No Way Home? Yes, 100%. I'm pretty sure that's confirmed, actually. What Phase 4 movie am I most excited for? Multiverse of Madness. I'm excited for the dark tones. I'm excited for them to start adding that in there, and really, it's going to be good. Midnight Suns, Blade, Doctor Strange, Moon Knight, Ghost Rider, Punisher, Elsa Bloodstone. She's going to be really cool. I hope we get an Elsa Bloodstone. I don't think I would. You know, and I'll get hate for this because everybody wants to see it. I don't want to see a Marvel DC crossover because, one, I think it'll just end up being boring. It's just going to be, hey, let's team up and be friends. You know, nobody's going to beat anybody because Marvel won't agree to do it if DC wins, and DC won't agree to do it if Marvel wins, and it's not going to be real. You know, if a third party, you know, if Warren and I could direct it and we could kill and do whatever the heck we wanted, yeah, that'd be fun. If I could be like, hey, we're going to direct a Marvel versus DC crossover, and it's going to be legit, and we're going to have huge budgets, and we can do whatever the heck we want, then yeah, it would be fun because I would try to make it as realistic as possible. You know, Spider-Man isn't beating Superman. This is not happening. But at the same time, that's never going to happen. We're going to get, you know, the Justice League versus the Avengers, and they're going to fight, and then they're going to be friends at the end to beat the greater good, which is Galactus and somebody else. Yeah, it's just, I don't like that. I think that's boring. What do I think will happen in Loki Season 2? I have no clue what will happen in Loki Season 2. But it needs to happen, and it needs to be cool. I believe we're getting this next year. They've already started filming. They've already started working. Loki did what it was supposed to do, and that was open up the multiverse. So the fact that we're getting a Season 2 makes me think that after Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which will happen before Season 2, the multiverse will not be repaired. You know, so it's either going to actually fall into cataclysmic decay, and everything's going to be going nuts after Multiverse of Madness, which you would think, oh, Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange is going to go save the day. But until that happens, I don't know. What MCU movies do you think we could get in Phase 5? Deadpool, The Avengers, Young Avengers, Dark Avengers, Thunderbolts, whichever one. Fantastic Four, or Mutants, one or the other, not both. That's my short list. I want an R-rated Daredevil movie with Charlie Cox. Are you with me, Chris? I am with you. I would love to get a R-rated Charlie Cox. I think characters like Ghost Rider, like Sons of Midnight, or the Midnight Sun, sorry, Blade, Moon Knight, I think they deserve to have R-rated, dark, aggressive films and series. So yes, if you're a character like Daredevil, whose story is just dark and disappointing and scary, you should have a dark, disappointing, scary film. I don't know. I think they should just find somebody new. I don't think it should be anybody famous, Nate the Great. I think the character is too important to have the weight of somebody who's already famous to play him. I think it needs to be somebody brand new. Which other characters would you like to see alongside Spider-Man in the future after No Way Home? My pick is Black Cat. I need a Deadpool Spider-Man film. They're some of my favorite comic storylines. Is in the comics when Deadpool and Spider-Man are hanging out. If I do not get a Deadpool Spider-Man film, I'm going to be very disappointed. And I'm pretty sure I'm actually not going to get one. I might get a scene where they hang out together and it'll be great, but I want a whole film. Deadpool and Spider-Man. Deadpool, Spider-Man. That's what I want. Yeah, Galactus and Anti-Monitor combined into one. That'd be hilarious. Who will be the villain in No Way Home? I've heard Green Goblin's they're gonna have a whole bunch of villains. From everything I've heard, it's essentially a Sinister Six scenario. I don't think it's going to be the official Sinister Six. I think this is going to be the beginning of the Sinister Six. I think if they do, put the entire Sinister Six into the film and then it's over, I think that'll be pretty boring for the Sinister Six, because that is a bad boy group of people. And if they are putting them in the film, joining them together to become the Sinister Six and all of that, and it's kind of cheap, I think that would be pretty boring. So hopefully it isn't the Sinister Six, or it's just the beginning of the Sinister Six, because I think the Sinister Six deserve a few films. Would you like a Marvel movie which revolves around an antagonist as the main character like DC did with Joker? Yes, I would absolutely love to see something like that. I think Joker was a huge success. I think it was a blast. Cruella, for example, a Disney film where they did it around that character, Maleficent. I think is a lot of fun to see the origin and backstory of these bad guys. And super pumped for that as well. I'm hearing the No Way Home trailer could release to the public at the same time as CinemaCon or the morning of the event. Do I believe this? I believe this as much as I can. It's not solid. It's not proven. It's a leak. We've gotten thousands of millions of leaks of when the trailer was coming out. It was coming out on August 1st because that's Spider-Man Day and on Kevin Feige's birthday and on Tom Holland's birthday. None of those happened. This is a little bit more legitimate because CinemaCon is happening, and I'm very, very sure they will be releasing footage then, so I could see it make sense. Out of all of the leaks we've gotten, this would be the most promising. That's what I'll say, Billy Bug News. And thank you for joining, by the way. In the She-Hulk show, do you think we will get the original Hulk instead of Smart Hulk from Endgame? I cannot answer. Do you think we might get Miles in Spider-Man No Way Home? No, I do not. Maybe we'll get a hint of him or a scene, but I don't think we'll get him as a character. Maybe in the post-credit scenes they'll show him, and then we'll be getting a live-action version of that, his own movie. That'd be cool. But we'll have to wait and see. Today on Instagram, Marvel Movies post a pic of No Way Home that they will release next week on CinemaCon. Oh, I'm dying. 1 second. For Marvel movies, for the most part, I'm pretty much convinced that they should just be new characters. Not people who are famous. I think Marvel has done a great job of picking not very famous people to play roles of characters. And they've turned out pretty good. So, I don't know. Whew, sorry. Sony has so much time at CinemaCon, it would be foolish for them not to maximize it with a No Way Home trailer. So the question is, are they going to do a trailer? Are they going to do footage? What exactly is their plan with that? What direction are they wanting to go? Hopefully, Whatever they release, we also get as the public either at the same time or shortly after. Because I'd rather just see it than hear a description. But you never know. You never know. You never know. Oof. Keep them questions coming, though, boys. Bum 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 bum. Top. Spider-Man No Way Home is going to release the trailer on YouTube. Eventually, maybe not originally. That's the real question: is where is it going to release first, and how long after will it be on YouTube? Using stars costs more money and reduces profits. If they can get an up-and-comer for cheap, why wouldn't they? Exactly, and they know what they're doing. They have not done a bad job casting anybody. I can't think of any character that is like, wow, they should have cast this person differently, except maybe Brie Larson's Captain Marvel. I think Brie Larson comes off as very unlikable. I don't think necessarily she is unlikable. I think she just comes off as very unlikable. She's a little smug, which I guess maybe the character's trying to be or supposed to be. But other than maybe Brie Larson, I don't think they did a bad job casting anybody. And even Brie Larson isn't a bad pick for Captain Marvel. She looks just like her, and she does a great job being the character. I just don't care for the character, I guess. Am I excited for the Venom? I'm pumped for the Venom movie. I cannot wait. Carnage is one of my favorite villains of all time, or I guess technically he's an anti-hero, but he's going to be a villain in this. I'm honestly so confused about all the Spider-Man trailer info. I mean, there's not much to be confused about, and that's okay. I understand why you would be. Spider-Man is the most anticipated movie potentially of all time. And this trailer, it needs to be timed properly. Just like what happened with Endgame. We were waiting for the Endgame trailer for a very, very long time until it finally came out. Because that, at the time, was the most anticipated movie of all time. They want to make sure they nail it. And then on top of that, you add COVID. They don't want to release the trailer too early and then have to move the film because that's a catastrophe. And right now, we're just waiting to see if they give us any footage at CinemaCon. And the question is, will they release this to the public or not? Right now, a lot of sources, Lords of the Long Box, Warren seems to believe, comicbook.com even picked up the story, that we will be getting the trailer beforehand. So we'll have to wait and see exactly what that is going to happen. Immortal Hulk will be in the MCU. I don't know. I'd love to see a Worldbreaker Hulk, but I don't know. The problem with all these super strong characters like Worldbreaker Hulk is they all get nerfed in the movies because nobody can beat Worldbreaker Hulk. That's just ridiculous. So he'll be nerfed. I think we will get a Hulk in She-Hulk when he does the blood transfusion sometime after. I think he'll have to transform into Hulk, and when he does, he's our Hulk from before Endgame. We'll have to see. Last time we saw Hulk, he was Hulk, and he was a Hulk for a while. He stayed Hulk for a while. Christian Bale is going to be in Thor: Love and Thunder. Yes, he is. He's going to be Gore the God Butcher, and we actually saw an image of him leaked the other day. And let me tell you, he looks very comic book accurate. And it was kind of creepy. Will Miss Marvel air before 2022 starts? I don't think so. I just don't know where they're going to put it. Everybody wants to say yes. Everybody's saying it is. But where between now, What If, Shang Chi, The Eternals, Hawkeye, which is a series, and then Spider-Man, are they going to play it? I don't think they want anything to overlap, which I understand, and I just don't think there's room for it. So, if they played it right after What If, then it would overlap Shang-Chi. If they played it after Shang-Chi, it would overlap Eternals. If they played it after Eternals, it would overlap Hawkeye and Spider-Man. There's just no room for it anywhere. Maybe between Shang-Chi and Eternals, but I don't know how big that window is. I don't think it's big enough. So I think it'll be coming early 2022, like January, like WandaVision, maybe even early, like after Spider-Man into December. Is it true the actor who played Christine in Doctor Strange was offered to play Pepper Potts? If it is, I don't know. I've never heard that before, but I'm glad whoever played Pepper Potts. She did a fantastic job. Christian Bale is the best Batman, and I can't wait to see him in Thor: Love and Thunder. I loved Christian Bale's Batman. Obviously, the Dark Knight saga, the Dark Knight series was incredible. It was intense. It was fun. Definitely one of the best Batman trilogies we've gotten. We'll have to wait and see. I calculated, and there is a 6-week window between What If and Hawkeye. Yeah, but in the middle of that, Shang-Chi comes out. Shang-Chi comes out September 3rd. So they're not going to want that to overlap. I'm pretty sure What If and Shang-Chi are going to overlap. So I don't know. I don't think it's enough time. I think it's all too packed up a little bit. I think there does need to be a little break between them to give us time to talk and speculate and prepare versus, hey, here you go. You know, there's only a 3, maybe 2 week window between Loki and What If. I think they need to spread it out just a little bit more. And I know that's not a popular opinion. I know what everybody wants everything to come out and be all at the same time. But I personally think that they do need to separate them just enough that we can breathe between them. Definitely don't want them coming out at the same time, personally. But, you know, I'm not in charge of Marvel, and I'm definitely not in charge of release dates. Any updates on Morbius? Not that I know of. They unconfirmed that it was part of the multiverse cinematic universe. It's in its own universe. We don't have a release date. Venom got pushed back. I wouldn't be surprised if Morbius got pushed back a little bit too. But Venom was pushed back less than a month. So, What If and Shang-Chi overlap by 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, and I don't think that's good. Because there are 10 What Ifs. Maybe 9 now. There were going to be 10, and I think there are 9 now. And I don't want things to overlap. You know, What If comes out Tuesday night. And then Thursday, I think Shang-Chi comes out. Usually it's a Thursday. I'd be surprised if it weren't. You know, big releases are almost always on a Thursday. Yeah, Friday. So Thursday night, the 2nd to the 3rd. It's going to release. If I was offered a role of your choice as a Marvel hero, who would I be? Ooh, I've never been asked that question. I would want to be a regen type, like a Wolverine or a Deadpool. That would be a cool power to have. The issue is you still feel pain, but then you just don't die. I don't know, it's kind of a sad life too. There are some really cool heroes. Iron Man would be fun to be. I'd have to think about it a little more. Ask me again next week. What If and Shang-Chi overlap? I already did that. I want to see Shang-Chi in theaters, but I don't feel safe yet seeing it in theaters, so that's why I'm hoping it'll be put on Disney Plus or Disney Premier Access 40 days after. Sean, I hope that happens for you. As of right now, I don't believe that's actually the case. However, I don't think they are planning on releasing it on Disney Plus at the moment. Hopefully they do for you. Do you think we can get Miss Marvel this year? I don't personally believe we will. I'll kind of be upset if we do. I think they'll be packing too much into too little time. But I don't know. I don't think there's a confirmation. I think Hawkeye is supposed to be coming out this year. And that's the story of that. Guys, I'm going to drop a couple links. One to my Instagram. That's more of a personal Instagram where I post pictures of my cat mostly because he's cool. I have a leopard. One of my Twitter, which is all movie news all day long. Chat with a lot of people from the community as well. Feel free to follow. And then the last one is of my Discord, where all of you guys are in talking daily, and I would love for you to check that out and give it a follow as well. Do you have high hope for the Spider-Verse and No Way Home? I do. I think it's going to be really good. I don't think Marvel's going to be in the business of messing that up. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So Hawkeye is going to probably overlap with Spider-Man. So yeah, where would you release it? Where would you release Miss Marvel? Eternals comes out in November. Then you're starting Hawkeye. And then that's going to overlap Spider-Man. And then what? You know, you can't have 3 or 4 projects coming out at the same time. I think it's too much. The comment about Shang-Chi being an experiment was all about the 45-day theatrical release exclusive window before coming to streaming. Yeah, and I just don't know if they're planning on doing that still or not, because all of that was before Scarlett Johansson started suing them about the Disney Plus stuff. We haven't gotten a comment officially about whether or not they're still doing it since the lawsuit started happening. But I do agree with you about the comment about the 45-day theatrical release. It had nothing to do with the actual movie. But that's okay, because Simu Liu is a passionate dude. Very passionate dude. Do you think after Secret Wars, could we get anything after that, or could that be it for the MCU? Just curious. Oh, no. The MCU's not going anywhere anytime soon. They'll find something. The Book of Boba Fett is in December, and I'm very excited about that as well. And, you know, Disney Plus isn't going to try to release all this stuff at the same time either. You know, after Hawkeye, we get Spider-Man. Then after Spider-Man, we get Book of Boba Fett. They're not going to want to to overlap that stuff. Am I excited for the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special? I am. I think that'll be fun. Originally I said Miss Marvel this year, but I just can't see it happening. And I agree. I don't see it happening either. I don't think we have enough time. And if they do release it, I think too much will be going on at once. They need to spread it out just a little bit. It could. That's the only window, Bruce, that works. Is if they release it, they have to release it in October, and then it will overlap with the Eternals. But I guess they're overlapping What If and Shang-Chi, and they're overlapping Hawkeye and Spider-Man. So I don't think it matters that much. How long you grow that beard, man? Looks so cool. Pretty good. It doesn't take me that long. My beard grows in pretty quick. I've shaved it a few times back. My hair, I've been growing out for like 3 years. My beard grows pretty quick, though. I could shave it down. I haven't clean shaven my face in 3 years, but I do shave it down to like the stubble. And I actually used to not be able to grow a beard, so thank you. I used to be really patchy and really bad, but now it looks good. Thanks for asking. Guys, we're going to be finishing up here. I'm about to hit that hour mark. This has been a blast. These events, honestly, sometimes, I'm a smaller channel. I don't get a lot of views on my videos, 1,000, which I'm grateful for. But when I go live, I'm like, nobody's going to come talk to me. I'm going to be sitting there for an hour, poking stuff. But I don't even get a second to breathe. You guys have so many questions, and I love it. So keep them coming. Keep being excited. We'll keep this thing growing. I've had above 20 people the whole time here, and you guys just throwing a ton of questions about my personal life and about Marvel, DC, FREEGuy. Stayed on topic. You guys were a blast. So thank you guys so much for being an awesome audience, and I hope you do enjoy this series. I try to do it every Saturday. Hawkeye trailer at the Emmys seems likely to me. Billy Bug News. I would agree with you on that. Yes. I would agree with you on that. But if you have any last-second questions, go ahead and throw them in before we finish up here. I'm not trying to rush you off. But try to keep these things at about an hour, and we're at like 58 minutes now. So. But yeah, Billy Bug, I think definitely Hawkeye trailer at the Emmys. And Billy Bug, thank you for being so active on Twitter all the time. Appreciate that as well. Do you know why Dave Bautista is leaving the MCU? I think he said in an interview very recently he's just done. He's done what he needs to do. It is a huge commitment, and I don't think we always appreciate it because, we see Dave Bautista's character show up every 3 years or so in his movies and in an Endgame and stuff, but they're nonstop training, acting, reaching out, being talked to by Marvel, practicing, all this stuff. So it is a huge behind-the-scene commitment that we don't necessarily get to see ourselves. And I would say he's just done with the role, done with that commitment, and ready to move on. He's done his 3 movies. I don't think he was originally going to die in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, but maybe he will now. I have no clue. Am I excited for football season? Very much. Go Bucks. Buccaneers. Deadpool's going to be part of the MCU. I really, really hope so, Valentine. Sean says, with the amount of Marvel characters that exist, I would imagine MCU films will not stop being made ever. And I agree. There are an overwhelming amount of Marvel characters, and they can make new ones and add new things in. They still make comics. They can make a brand new comic today, and 10 years from now release his movie. You got to remember that as well. It's literally never ending. When will they release No Way Home trailer? I'm sick of waiting. It sounds like Lionel Monday. Not confirmed, not official, but it sounds like Leak on the Street. I'll call it. Leak on the Street is Monday. Do you think MCU is going to end someday? No. I mean, eventually, when the world ends, then they'll be done. But they're not going to be in a rush to end it unless the movies just start flopping. Oh, it should easily make $100 million. Is James Franco going to come back as Harry Osborn, Spider-Man, No Way Home? Valentine, that's the one thing I haven't heard about James Franco. I hope so, but he's going through a bunch of legal stuff right now, so Disney's probably going to stay away from him, and that might be why. They may have originally planned it. His Hobgoblin was pretty cool. I feel like they could have made it cooler. But I'm going to say no just because of his legal stuff, and Disney likes to stay away from people dealing with stuff like that. All right, guys. We're going to wrap it up there. You all are the best, like I was saying. It's not confirmed. It's a leak on the street. That's my new phrase. How much do you think Shang Chi will make at the box office? I said $100 million. I think it'll pull $100 million. Not in the weekend box office, in the total box office. It'll probably hit 40 to 50 million in the weekend box office. What rating do you want Moon Knight to be? I mean, obviously I want it to be a 10. If I had a choice, everything would be a 10. I think it'll be cool. I think it'll be different. So a lot of people get nervous when things change and when things are different. So I think it'll struggle because of that. But I personally think I'm going to love it. I think it will hit 100 million eventually. Let me rephrase that. Not in the first weekend. I think it'll hit 45 to 50. Warren does watch sports. He's a huge hockey fan. He likes football. He's a Cowboys fan, which makes him kind of a dork. But yeah, we talk about sports and we watch sports all the time. Good night, Chris. 2 a.m. in the night here in India. Well, you have a good night, and I will see you on the next one. I'm going to hop off as well and get the rest of my work done. No, Rabbit. Sorry, I misunderstood your question originally. Not the first weekend. That would be incredible. But I think it would have to be not COVID for that to happen. Maybe in not COVID circumstances, it would hit 80 plus. But with COVID, half people aren't even going to the theater. So I put it down to, 40. I think 50 would be exceeding expectations for the first weekend. But go Cowboys. There you go. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I'm going to drop my links one more time, and then I'm going to hop off. Feel free to check out either my Discord, my Instagram, copy and paste, or lastly, my Twitter, copy and paste. Thank you guys so much for joining us here. Can't wait to see you all. Let me know stuff in the comment section. Let me know in the Discord. Somebody joined. I'm going to say thank you to you. Rabbit, thank you for joining the Discord. I'm going to read these last two questions, and then we're going to cut it off. One coming from Rabbit says, Black Widow made $400 million in total box office, and considering the great reviews Shang Chi did, do you think it'll make more? I would love to see it make more. Yes, that would be Liddy. Do you know that Marvel India finally confirmed that Black Widow and Shang Chi are coming on September 3rd in India too? That's fantastic dreams. I'm super glad to hear that. Nate the Great, have a great day. Can't wait to see you guys all in the comment section in the videos. See you for the watch party on Tuesday, and I'll see you on Culture Catchup next Saturday as well. Thank you.